Hi, Arizona lawyer Julie LaBenz here, and today I want to show you the steps I would take if I was going to be drafting a motion to continue a hearing that had been set in a family law case. So let me walk you through step by step what I would do to draft a motion to continue. All right, so I am going to share my screen with you, and I'm first going to go to my case caption. All right, now if you click the link below in the description, you can get a free template just like this. It's going to be a Word document, and I'm going to walk you through how to fill this out, or at least how I would do it. And you can get this for free by just signing up for my email list. So go there. Obviously, once you've got this form or something similar, of course, you can create this on your own if you want to take the time. I personally have never figured out exactly how to set up these numbers and all of this. It's not required that you have that, but this is, the official way to do it. And if you get the free template, you'll get all of this already set up. All right, start from the top. You're going to need to fill out this top left-hand corner, which is your name, your address. Now, the address you want to use is going to be your mailing address, where you are looking to get mail from the court or from the opposing party. So if you have multiple addresses, you're not sure what to use, you're going to want to use the address where you get mail and you check it regularly. Your phone number, obviously a phone number that's good to connect with you on. An email address that you check and that you would want to receive documents from the mail or communications, documents or communications from the court or the opposing party. So make sure that's an email address that you're checking on a regular basis. And then in this final line, you need to identify yourself. So you're either the petitioner or the respondent. The petitioner is the person who initiated the case at the outset, and the respondent is the other side. And then pro per just means that you're representing yourself. Here, this is what we call the case caption. And here we've got the name of the county. So whatever county your case is being heard in, you're going to need to write that in. I personally handle cases mainly heard in Yavapai County and Coconino County. So I generally have Coconino or Yavapai written here. So just to show you. Yavapai. Okay. This is for a divorce, so en re, the marriage of. If you have a child custody establishment case, you could say en re, the matter of, or if you have a post-divorce case, it would be en re, the matter of. So this would just get changed to matter. But for purposes of today's video, I'm going to leave that in marriage. Name, you're going to need to type in the name of the petitioner. Given this is a motion to continue, that means this case has already been filed. You'll want to make sure this part of the caption matches how it looks in the other pleadings filed with the court. So have the name match, look at some other court documents that you've already received and match the name of the petitioner to what it looks like in the documents and type that in. And same thing down here. So I'm just going to make up a name for purposes of today's video. So we'll say this is Mary D. Jones and Herbert C. Jones. Okay, I'm just making up names. All right, you'll already have a case number. So you're going to want to fill that in, and it needs to match exactly, otherwise your pleading could get rejected by the clerk's office. Here in Yavapai County, all of our cases start with either V if your case was filed in the Verde Valley, or P if it was filed in Prescott. I'm based in Sedona, so my cases generally start with V, 1300 DO. If it's a case that was filed this year, 2021. And then there's the rest of the case number. Here in Yavapai County, there's an 8, usually a 0 or 2, and then a number. Again, if you're in a different county, just look at a pleading that's already been filed in your case or an order that's come from the court and match that case number. You'll want it to be exact. All right, so then here we get to the name of the document that you're filing. And this is going to be a motion to continue. All right, and then you're going to come down here. And these, we generally start with this kind of legalistic language, but this is how I do it. Comes now. Let's say the petitioner is the one seeking the motion to continue. Petitioner, if you're representing yourself, then petitioner, pro per, pursuant to Arizona rules of family law procedure. And then let's look at the rule, and I'm going to show you how to find this. So let me just get set up here to do that. Okay, now I'm going to come back here. Stop sharing that screen. And then I'm going to share a new screen with you, which is a search page. This is a general search page that I use. It's called Start Page. You can use Google, whatever search page you like to use. This is the one I like to use. And so I'm going to do a search for the Arizona Rules of Family Law Procedure. Now you'll have a couple of things that come up. This one that comes up first, this recent amendments, that is not what you want. What I like to use is this Westlaw one. This is a good one because it gives you, here it comes, boom, here's all of the rules of procedure. Now it starts with these general categories and you click on them and it takes you to the actual rules. Now we're looking for the rule for a motion to continue. So, might be a good idea to start by looking at pleadings and motions. We're doing a motion. So we're going to start there. Now I start looking through here and seeing what I've got here. Oh, continuances, Rule 34. Here's our rule, okay? Here it is. Now, what you want to first determine is what's the reason that you're seeking to continue? Is it because there's a witness or a party that's unavailable on the currently scheduled date? Or is it because there's a scheduling conflict between courts? Now, subsection B here, this of course applies to lawyers if you have multiple hearings set in different courts at the same time. If you're representing yourself, this I would imagine is your only family law case. So you're more going to be focused on this subsection A. And it says on a motion to continue a trial, hearing, or conference based on the unavailability of a party, the petitioner and the respondent, those are the parties, or witness, the party requesting the continuance must show 1, 2, 3, and you'll see this and. So all 4 have to be shown by the party requesting the continuance. So what I like to do is copy, and then let's go back to our pleading. And let's just come down here and paste, boom, there it is. Now, of course, I like to then make it all match. Okay, I'm gonna take that out and then I'm gonna move this over. Okay, now this is what I need to show. Let's go back to our pleading. Comes now petitioner. Again, this is going to be petitioner. I'll put / respondent. You'll need to pick one, whatever party you are. Pro per means you're representing yourself. Pursuant to Arizona Rules of Family Law Procedure, Rule 34A. And hereby respectfully request this court continue the, now of course you need to name the actual hearing that has been set in your case. Is it a trial, hearing, or conference? So this, you would not put all 3 of these, you need to pick the one that applies that you're seeking to continue. And then I would, make it easy for the court, currently scheduled for, give your date and time for the following reasons. Okay, these are your reasons for requesting, and guess what? These are going to match with the rule. Let's bring them right up here. Oh. Okay. So, why the party or witness who is not available, why their testimony that would be presented at the upcoming hearing, why it is material, why it's important, why you must have this testimony to prove your case. Number two, when you learned that you're unavailable or your witness is unavailable, the diligence and efforts you used in attempting to obtain the party or witness's testimony, and the postponement is for good cause and not for delay. So you'll need to explain why you're seeking to continue. Let's give an example. Let's say that you're seeking to continue because you got scheduled to be at work on the day of your trial and you tried to get the time off, but your boss said, sorry, either you're here or you get fired. Okay, now I really don't see most bosses saying that, but let's just say in this hypothetical situation, that's what's happening. So I would say for the following reasons, petitioner is currently employed with name of employer. You put that in. When I put things in capitals like that, that means that the actual facts of the case need to be added in. Is currently employed with and is currently scheduled to work at the time set for the, again, need to identify the type of hearing your case is set for. Although petitioner requested time off, petitioner's request was denied. And I would say when, because there's this number two, when you learned and the diligent efforts. So on date, so I put the date that I made the request. And then on date, the date the request was denied. And this motion should be filed, the day after the request was denied, the day it was denied, very close to that denial, because the rule, is asking the party to show the diligence and efforts made when you learned, all of these things. Okay, so I'd include those details. Given that petitioner is a party to the case, petitioner's appearance is material. This requested postponement is for good cause and not for delay. Now you see we've hit all four of our elements of the rule. Okay, so at this point, delete. And, at that point, that's when I would also say Arizona Rules of Family Law Procedure, Rule 34A, essentially noting that I'm fulfilling 1 through 4. But you don't have to do that. That's kind of technical, but if you want to, that would be one way to do it. And then respectfully submitted this, and then you need to put in the day of the month, comma 2021, by, this is where you'll sign. You need to put your name, your full name, and then whether you're the petitioner or respondent. You want to put, pick one of those and put that. Now we'll want to space this out because it's just single spaced right now and the court's not going to want that. So I do 1.5 spacing. It, depending on how the lines match up, it semi-matches up with the numbers. So that's why I picked that size. Now you need to do, this is what's called the mailing certificate. And you can also, one more thing, we can move this down to give you a little more room for what you're going to write in there. This is the mailing certificate. So we say the original of this document, the one that you're going to sign, filed this, oh, sorry, I missed some stuff. Original of the foregoing, filed this day of, and then you'll put the month, 2021, with clerk of court, just a space there, county of, and you need to write the name of your county. Now this could be e-filed, it could be hand filed, it could be mailed to the court. So you need to pick, it could be e-filed, it could be filed, it could be mailed, oops. And then you'll put the day. If you're going to put mailed, you would say to. If you're filing or e-filing, it would be with. And then if you're mailing, you need to put the address for where you're mailing it to. You can also, let's do hand delivered if you're walking into the courthouse and filing it. So you're going to need to pick one of these. You wouldn't leave this with all of them because then you have an unclear mailing certificate. It's not clear which one you actually did. So you need to pick the one that you're doing. If you're e-filing, filing, hand delivering, or mailing, and then put in the day and the month that you're doing that and complete the needed information. And then a copy will either be emailed or mailed, or you could hand deliver this, and then again, put in your day, your month, and then this is where you're going to put the opposing party. If they're represented, this would be to their attorney, and then you're going to want to put where you sent it to. If you mailed it, put the address. If you emailed it, put the email address you sent it to. If you hand delivered it, you just indicate the name of the person you hand delivered it to. And then finally, this by, this is where you put your initials. This is indicating that you're the one that completed this mailing certificate. You're certifying that you filed the original with the court and you sent a copy to the other side. Okay, that's your motion, all right? That is your motion to continue. Now, in addition to the motion, you need what's called a proposed order. So you would save this document, save it, okay? And then you're going to create also a motion or a proposed order. Whenever you file a motion with the court, you're going to have to also include a proposed order, okay? So let's do that. I'm going to pull back up a case caption form, and then let me share my screen with you. So I hope you're still with me. I know this is getting kind of long, but if you need to request a continuance, I'm sure you're liking this content. And if you are, then I ask that you please hit the like button, subscribe, and click below to go to the website to enter your information to get the free template. Okay, so now we're back at what we call our case caption form. And you're going to fill out your name, address, phone number, email, which party you are, your county, name of the petitioner, name of the respondent, have this match the other case captions, and your case number. So you're going to need to add all of that information. And then this is going to be your proposed order. So order continuing. It's in bold. Okay, And then this is going to say based on or based upon. It's either going to be petitioners or respondents, whatever party you are. Motion to continue any responsive pleadings thereto. Arizona Rules Family Law Procedure, Rule 34, and good cause appearing therefore. It is hereby ordered continuing the, and then you need to put what's being continued. Trial, hearing, conference to the day of, the day of the month, the year, the time, put in the name of your county, Superior Court. Okay, so the court will fill in this actual new court date information. So that's why you leave it open like this so the court can fill it in. And then dated. This will be signed by the Superior Court Judge. Okay, let's space this out. And then you need to do your mailing certificate. Now, because this is the order, this one is just copies of the foregoing. Generally right now, courts are emailing out these types of orders. So I'd say emailed this day of the month to, and then you'll need to put the email address for petitioner and then the email address for the respondent. And then the date and the month, that'll get filled out by the court when the order is issued. So this would be your order continuing. Okay, so we've got your, let's go back here. So we've got your motion and we've got your proposed order. This is if you need a continuance. And I'm going to give you a quick pro tip, I'd say, which is for your motion to continue. One of the easiest ways to get it granted is if you reach out to the other side ahead of time and you ask them their position on your request to continue. And if they're in agreement, then you can include that in your motion to continue, and the court is more likely to grant it faster and, grant it overall and also grant it faster. So if you have reached out to the other side, they're in agreement to continue, this would then be a stipulated, and in other words, an agreed upon motion to continue. And you can add a sentence down here saying, so let's say this was filed by the petitioner. Okay. The petitioner consulted the respondent regarding his position on this motion to continue, and respondent stated he does not oppose the motion. That's a little bit, let's say, and stated he is in agreement with the request to continue. That's better. Okay, and then it'll go through faster. The courts appreciate it if you get the other side's position before filing. Okay, let's stop the share of the screen here. Thank you so much for getting through this video. I know it's kind of technical, but if you're representing yourself, this is the stuff you've got to learn how to do. My name's Julie LaBenz. Again, click below if you'd like the free template for the caption page. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know if there's other types of content like this, kind of how-to videos that you're looking for help with. All right, thank you so much for watching.